Hey, it's Barb, and welcome to my 4-part video series about getting ready to go do your thing in front of other people. You know, it's springtime, everybody's getting out, and in a few weeks I'll be starting a 4-part webinar series, and so I thought I would give you just a little sneak peek with this 4-part series because I see getting ready to show, and that's the example I'm going to use. But you may not be showing. You might just be, going to a clinic or, riding with your friends or going to another trainer's barn to take a lesson. There's lots of things that we do to get out and about in front of other people. But I'm going to use the showing example. And so I've divided how I think about it into 4 parts. And the first part is setting your true north. The second part is prepare and polish. The third is compete with confidence. And the fourth is doing this just awesome, thorough, encouraging, yet getting right to the place where you need to improve for the next time you show. So this is part 1 of that series, setting your true north. So I want to start with a story. And a few years ago, a woman rode with me, and she was really into what I'm going to explain to you a little bit later in this video about the elements of setting your true north. And she did all the pieces, and then she thought she did it. And that was all that she ever had to do. And while she built a solid foundation in the beginning, she didn't really sustain it. And so she had great success, but then she started to focus really on winning, and she put a lot of pressure on herself, and her success went down, and she fell from grace just in terms of some of the results she was having, and she got really disappointed. And what I mean by setting your true north is that you build a very solid internal foundation before you do anything else. And it has to do with clarity about what you want to achieve. It has to do with your purpose, like why are you doing what you're doing? And because everybody has a different reason for showing. Some people are hauling for the world. Other people are just excited to get their horse out. Other people, want to see how young horses do before they go to larger competitions. There's all different reasons for competing. So it's knowing what your true purpose is. And then the third thing is knowing what values guide you, because there are a lot of people doing a lot of things that are going to be telling you all kinds of things. And you have to have knowledge about what's important to you, because those things will guide you and give you great peace and comfort. The fourth is that you are very committed to developing internal skills of confidence and quietness and focus, and having this great inner voice that just coaches you on to what you need to do with great encouragement, among other internal tools that you can use so that when the time comes and you go out in front of other people, you feel solid and you feel on your game and you feel in the moment. And then the 5th part is that you're very clear about your support system. Like, who are those people? Who has your back? Who is there for you through thick and thin? Because it's very important when you feel vulnerable to know who that true support system is, because you're putting yourself out there. And hopefully it's trainers and mentors, a family, friends. You decide who you can show your most vulnerable self and also help you to know where to improve. So those are the pieces that are all part of setting your true north. And they're like building a solid foundation. And you know, in a house, you build a foundation. And there's all different kinds of foundations, but your house has one. And I think when we build a foundation, we think, you know, it's one and done, or it's really easy to think that way. And it lasts for a while, but the reality is that we have to keep checking it. We have to make sure there's no cracks in the foundation. We have to make sure there's no pieces of wood that are rotten. We have to see if the ground has moved underneath the house. There's just all kinds of things that we have to check in with about the foundation. And it's the same with our internal foundation, because that is what keeps us focused. That's what keeps us steady. That's what helps us to get a handle on our nerves. That's what helps us navigate challenges with other people. So that's what setting your true north is. And even though it's not so obvious on the outside, and the other steps like prepare and polish and compete with confidence and your review, those are more externals, and those are very important too. The setting your true north, when you know the steps and you know how to build them firmly and you nourish them and you check in with them, your journey is yours, and it's incredibly fun and full of joy because you've done it your way, so to speak. So that's what I have for you today. That's the first piece, just a little snippet about the first piece. And let me know what you think about what I said. And also you can let me know what parts of clarity about what you want, having a really exciting vision, something that you love, that is all about how you see it and how you see yourself. Having having values that really guide you, so that when you have to make decisions, that you're really clear about what direction you're going to go. Knowing about the skills to be really clear and confident and calm, and then just knowing who those really special people who support you are. So if you have any specific challenges in any of those areas, be sure and let me know, as well as the other pieces. I've been getting lots of emails, lots of suggestions, and when I build out the webinars, I plan to really talk about some of those challenges, because what's important to me is to make it really meaningful to you. So that's it. Leave a comment for me. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you next week with a little bit of insight into prepare and polish. And I've been getting some good ideas about that too.